Hey guys, what's up? Just a quick update. I've had lots of questions about my training. I'm currently doing Sentinel training. I realized after I started my free trial for 14 days that I wanted to stick around because I feel like a completely different animal. I feel like I finally started reaching my potential, and it's all thanks to Taylor and Bryson. I mean, look me, I'm a fucking beast. Stop being a little bitch and go to trainingsentinel.com. Love you.
Wow, clickbait? More like dick bait. I know you jerk it to Bryson on Shut Up and Scribble. It's been... Oh, wow.
Why me?
I mean, I wouldn't jerk off to me, that's for sure. I guess
yeah, the clear answer is JR.
Maybe. With that little skinny spaghetti strap top my dude got, rocking that spaghetti strap, girl.
Did you ever wear tanks?
Yeah, I used to wear tanks a lot. I used to wear wife beaters. Hey, you got to get Lindsay to make you a commercial for WPTH that we can play. Or Peter. Better get Peter.
Okay. How much does Peter charge?
Just tell him he can touch your penis once. And
you're Peter. And
you'll let him make you an ad. He'll make you a freaking ad, dude. Peter. Hey, Peter.
Touch a little Pedro.
We need one for JR. And also while we're at it, while we're on the big dancing ape, we have 5 lifetime memberships left. If you guys are interested, pretty crazy deal. And we just released this ebook, the 100 hotel and travel workouts ebook. Sick ebook.
Did you take that really old, like one of the first CrossFit videos I ever watched was Khalifa doing that dumbbell hang squat clean to thruster with the burpees. Do you know what I'm talking about?
Burpee squat clean thruster?
No, I think it's just hang squat clean to thruster, and you had to do like 100 for time, but every minute you had to do burpees, maybe or something like that.
No, I didn't add that. But maybe I should have. I
added.
Just
go watch it. It's a good like old school video.
There were like maybe 2 I added where I had to write courtesy of. One was courtesy of James Hobart. It's 100 burpees for time. You start with I think 2 air squats, then you do 4, then 6, then 8, then 10 on the minute. And then the other courtesy of was Main Site. Their recent workout, it was 400 meter run, 30 clean and jerks, 200 meter run. Just with dumbbells. I thought that was a really cool workout. But out of 136, I want to say 134 are, pseudo original.
The lifetime membership is $500, not the
the lifetime membership. Hey, Grant, you fucktard. I'm not even going to say the R word at you, dude, because I know that you are one. You're a really good guy, is what I was going to say. When we released it like 6 months ago, we released 50 and they sold out in like 2 days. I mean, if you're going to use it, it's a no-brainer because you get all of the programming we've ever written since 2021 in PDF format. You get every ebook we have, which is the machine conditioning, the strict pull-up, the cooking book, the 100+ hotel travel workouts, all the previous programming, and then a lifetime membership. It's like an insane amount of value, but anyways,
did you guys see Colton's reel that he just posted about wanting to eat my ass?
Oh, stop. Is there really an ass eating reel? Let me pull it up. I saw his reel, but I didn't watch it because I was looking for something else on Instagram. Here, let me see. Let's watch it.
I'm taking a small leap there, but he basically says he wants to eat my ass.
You're probably not taking a leap at all, I would say. You don't even really have good hops enough to take a leap. Okay.
Guy out here just wandering around all by himself. You know what? I'd die for him. I named him Bryson.
Oh.
What's up, chat? Welcome back to the channel. Today I'm showing you how to make bacon in the air fryer.
Holy fuck.
Has anybody seen Bryson?
Damn, he did eat your meat. He ate your meat, bro. Cold Nate, your meat. Okay, guys, we have crazy news. Before we get into any programming talk, I don't want to beat around the bussy, as they say. I don't want to beat around the bush, as some might say. There's been crazy stuff going on today. Well, I'm sure you guys have seen it. Let me just go ahead and go over to media assets. I need to go to real quick. Let me go back to media assets. Where's this joint at?
Just one sec, guys.
My name's Taylor Self, and I'm doing drugs. My knee's been with me for a long time because I fucked it up. And Biomax peptides are going to make it better.
Taylor found a homeless man on Craigslist to help him learn how to do this. And they made this video to show you how. It worked out pretty well. The guy brought his own, only partially used needle.
Nice. That's crazy. I didn't feel the needle at all. I felt the injection just a little bit.
Jeez.
Nice.
Your skin is so f***ing thick.
Well, there's a lot of scar tissue there on that side, especially, I'm sure.
That really didn't hurt. That was crazy. So we do that every night? Okay, cool.
Like 3-4 weeks.
If you thought it was hard to kill Taylor before this, well, then it looks like you don't.
All right, we don't have to go any further. First, I just want to say Biomax peptides are the shit. They're crazy. And if you're hurt at all, they're going to make you feel better. So go on over to biomaxpeptides.com. The other thing I just want to say is, interestingly enough, nowhere in that video does it show Nick or Lizzie or me, for that matter. Wait, if I sold crack this morning, do you think me saying it that I sold crack this morning, that the police can come and arrest me? It's 6 o'clock. I need a crack rock. Am I going to get arrested now?
What's that from?
I don't know. I just made it up. Maybe Lizzie says it sometimes. She used to be in the life.
Okay.
Anyways, nowhere in that video does it show me, I don't know what the proper term is, distributing the fluid from the BPC TB vial into the plunger.
Drawing it, yes.
Drawing it. So I would have to say that anyone thinking I actually did that is drawing conclusions. I would say more than anything if they're drawing something. And interestingly enough, let me just go to my email. I don't want to get too crazy here.
I didn't see a label. I'm just saying.
Oh. Anyways, can you guys see this? Oh, I better hide the emails. Hold on. Let me get out of this. I feel like I probably shouldn't be sharing their emails. Fuck it. I'm going to do it anyways, guys. We're here. Let me screenshot it.
Curtis is a cool dude. I don't think he cares about people knowing his email address.
All right. Yeah. And the rest of them are public figures. You guys are public figures. So you put yourselves in this situation.
I thought Curtis's was public anyway. Like, can't you just reach out and ask?
Yeah, I think so.
Anyways. Okay. So here's what we got. I got this email today that says, Mr. Self, you have openly admitted to the use of prohibited substances. This violates CrossFit's drug testing policy. I'm confused because if we go to, while you guys are, would you continue reading that, Bryson, while I do a little bit of research?
Yeah, I have to make it bigger. You have openly admitted to the use of prohibited substances. This violates CrossFit's drug testing policy. You have said that you're using peptides and are seen holding a vial of BPC/TB from Biomax peptides and receiving an injection in your knee.
Let's pause. Let's pause for a second. Okay. Drug testing policy violations. Positive drug test result. That never happened. Substitution, manipulation, tampering, blah, 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 blah. That never happened. Use, attempted use, or possession. They can't prove any of that because for all they know, this is a skit. And for all they know, there was water in that. And for all they know, Lizzie was using it and I was just shooting myself up with bacteriostatic water. Can't prove use because I wasn't tested. I didn't refuse a drug test. And I didn't violate any whereabouts. So I'm just slightly confused on the language here. I could see why they would think that, but it strikes me as we're entering into the realm of thought policing rather than having concrete evidence and a failed drug test that I was using any sort of performance enhancing drugs. That being said, they said you are provisionally suspended. Provisionally suspended. Let me look up what provisionally means. Subject to further confirmation or for the time being. Seems super fucking vague. The deadline is, say, if you plan to appeal these findings, please provide your written response. I'll show you guys that in a second. And a comprehensive list of my supplements and medications. Well, right now, the only thing I'm taking is bovine testicle from Heart and Soil, which is the shit. The deadline for the appeal is 72 hours. Please let us know you received this notice. So I did some thinking, talked to Savon. And I haven't appealed yet. But anyways, let's just go to the message. Hey, Curtis. Can you guys see that well? Should I zoom in? That didn't work at all. Probably almost made it worse, huh?
No, that worked.
Okay. Hey, Curtis, thanks for the message. To be clear, you are provisionally suspending me for something I said, not something I did. I was never drug tested, and you are entering into the realm of thought policing. As a part of the council, I'm going to raise a concern that the drug enforcement policy should be based on objective testing and results, not, and fuck me for doing this, not hearsay. I typoed hearsay. Anyways, I have stated publicly that I no longer compete. However, I'd be happy to take any drug tests, even a suppository one if needed. You know, I'm not really familiar with the testing protocols, but if that's what they need to do, I'm game. P.S. Drake, how was the Metfix seminar? Thanks, Taylor. And so that's where we are. That's where we're at. You know, I just want to understand exactly what their plan or evidence is. Haven't appealed anything. Yeah, what do you guys think? What do you think, bro?
I don't have any issue with what they did.
JR?
When you told me about it, my stomach hurt because I remembered getting the email that I was going to be drug tested. And I never even thought about anything like this happening where, like, because I think you've even said it on a podcast that, like, you were taking it, but I just thought it was in jest and you were just, like, joking around and you were just trying to give Sarah some love. So, like, yeah, where's the line between, hey, I'm doing this and I'm really just saying it to blow someone else up and my knee feels great, but wink, wink, I'm actually not doing anything? Or should they have to actually come and test you for you to get sanctioned for anything?
I 100% think if you plan, I 100% think if they're going to ban you, just like if you're going to break the fucking law, you have to actually break the law and they have to catch you breaking the law and prove that you broke the law in a court of fucking law to charge or to convict you of a crime of breaking the law.
I think that's the case if you appeal it. But if someone, like when Hiller was talking about how he was starting TRT and they reached out to him and basically were like, hey, you are saying on the internet you're on TRT, so you can't compete. And he's like, yeah, that's true. Right call. And I think because of the provisional ban and giving you an opportunity to, like, reach out or make an appeal or do whatever you need to do, if you're not and you want to tell them that, then I think that's completely fine. They're just, if you want them to come out and test you, then that's what they have to do to ban you.
I do want them to come and test me.
Okay, so then if you
but
say,
I'm not
hey,
saying I'm appealing their thing anyways. I haven't made a decision yet. But
right, but if you said, hey, it's all a bit, you can't, like, you if come
which
test
I'm not
me,
saying.
Come test me, right? I'm saying if you say that it's all a bit, come test me, then I think they have to ban you. But I don't have any issue with, like, making an ad that basically is insinuating that you're using BPC and them seeing that and being like, hey, well, if he's going to do this on, like, an advertisement and it's, like, pretty clear to us that he's at least admitting that he's doing this, then we can't just not do anything about it. But also, if he's fine with that and public about it, then we're not going to waste resources to go out and test him either. So if they are like, hey, you're banned unless you have any problems with that, is basically what the provisional is. And then if you have problems with it, then they need to go do something about it. Then they can't, I don't think they can ban you. If you said, hey, I'm actually not, it was a bit, then they can't ban you until they come test you.
Damn, does this mean I'm off the CAC? I'm not even going to be able to raise this as a concern on my own council? I'm just wondering what they're banning me from specifically. I'm not competing.
Yeah, so that's interesting too. Like, have you gone through?
Should they
the
ban
drug
other
policy?
athletes that have publicly and openly admitted to taking
I think-
BPC?
I think the exact same thing should happen to everyone that happened to you, whether you're a more public-facing figure or not than other
There's
people.
no way I'm a more public-facing figure than one that I don't want to rat out because I'll feel like a douche canoe.
Well,
I
thought
agree.
you were-
I agree.
I was gonna say I thought you were about Hiller. But yeah, I mean, I if you're not competing, you're not competing. Fine. But that's also where I understand it's a slippery slope where someone can say, hey, I'm done competing, and you're 30 years old, and then in 2 years you want to compete again, but you've been using drugs for 2 years because you've been out of the testing pool because you said you were retired. So I understand why they keep people in the testing pool, even though they say they're retired. But I also don't really understand it. Like, I don't think it's that necessary. How many times have we seen that happen where someone's been out of the sport for 1 or 2 years and come back relevant and wonder, hey, I wonder what they've been doing for the last 2 years?
Yeah, that's not me.
No.
And yeah, they should. Anyone who does openly admit to using any banned substance, the same thing should happen to them. But just because it doesn't mean that.
No, if they're a relevant athlete in the field, then they should, and they're part of the testing pool, they should be tested. This guy, Clock, saying, why would you can't run around telling people you're violating policy? Clock, where are you? First, I just want to know what country they're from. He's probably from fucking the UK for all we know. You can't even post a tweet without getting arrested over there now, so that makes sense. But if you're American, you're a fucking dumbass. This is the issue. It's just that they are enforcing rules, I would say, without objective evidence. Which is okay.
But are they enforcing it, or
yeah, they said you are provisionally suspended.
right? And
Provisionally
they're giving you an opportunity to say, "Hey, no, I'm not.
No, I'm not suspended.
No, I'm not taking BPC or using
Hey, I'm not
BPC."
suspended. I wonder if that's what would be required. Yeah, Bryson told me he was stealing the old man next door's testosterone patches.
Right. So if they want to provisionally ban me because I'm going on the internet saying I'm taking TRT, then that probably makes sense because it's their sport and they don't want me doing that. But then if I'm not, then I can just say, hey, come test me then. And then I won't be banned.
Interesting.
You can say whatever you want. You have freedom of speech, but there's not freedom of consequence.
Damn, you stumped me there. That's true. You can't admit to murder and stay in jail without conviction and objective evidence.
Yeah, but the CrossFit Games season isn't the legal system. It's their sport.
Okay, bro. Seems like you've never read Orwell or Ayn Rand. Have you?
No.
All right, bro. Clearly. Anyways, what were we going to talk about? We were going to talk about some sort of virtual rowing.
I think we should pull that up and then also talk about the Big Orange Brawl movement announcement.
Oh God.
Is that what are Cassidy and Quentin trying to qualify for that?
Cassidy has qualified for that.
Okay, that's right. I saw her, I think, on like a post that she qualified for the women.
All right, so we're pulling up. Where was that? You pull it up on Instagram. I don't know where that is.
Is it cool? Is it cool, Bryson, or no?
Yeah, I like it
the
a lot.
movement announcement?
I like it a lot.
I don't know if Bryson's gonna be able to do it.
I don't have to do it. I'm not in Big Orange Brawl.
Oh, true.
What'd you guys do for a workout today?
I ran an 8-mile trail run and then did every 3 minutes for 10 sets, 20 cal ski, 20 cal biker.
I rested today.
Falling behind.
Did you guys watch the show with Dave today?
No, not yet. I need to go back and watch it. I was running, I think, when it was
Crazy energy. Like he slammed a C4 right before he went on there.
Really?
Yeah, dude. It's I mean, he's like.
Does it make you sweat when you're watching it?
You could tell he's really excited about the game.
Are you pulling this up, Bryson?
No, I can.
Yeah, I said pull up the movements. I don't know where they're at.
Okie dokie, it is coming. I'm about to pull it up right now. I show you guys.
Individual RX athletes. You know that with the Big Orange Brawl, we really challenge athletes to work on their gymnastic skills outside the scope of just your typical movements that you would see. Now, these are not gimmicky movements. They are tried and true gymnastics movements that you would see in any gymnastics gym. And if you are truly training the CrossFit methodology the correct way, there is a time and a place for practicing and improving on some of these skills. Some movements in the past we've done include an L pull-up, a seated muscle-up, a freestanding handstand hold. We're excited to introduce this year's gymnastics movement to the test. We had an agreement. If myself and Clark could both learn this movement in a week, you guys could learn this movement in a month and a half. And it is the forward roll to support. The athlete will begin in the locked out position, complete their forward roll, and finish in a support position. You have a month and a half to prepare and practice. We're looking forward to seeing how you guys can tackle the forward roll to support movement. What
do you guys think?
That's really cool. I like it a lot. I don't think it's on the side of gimmicky. I think that if we're going to progress some ring movements, I think it's a little bit risky to try to regress and do stuff like ring push-ups or ring rows. I just think that can be too difficult from a judging standpoint. But I think this makes a lot more sense than like a back roll to support, because no one's going to tear a shoulder or fall on their neck from the high rings. I mean, you can find videos of Glassman doing it at the HQ gym way back in the day just with his staff, which is pretty cool. Yeah, and I mean, I think if we're going to do things like pirouettes, I think just having and pullovers, I think just having the body awareness and the coordination is yeah. I mean, I think it's fine. I'm wondering how it's going to progress. Do you think they're going to do it in like a fight gone bad style where you do max reps of it, or do you think it'll be in a workout? I think the best way to do it for the first time would be in like a 3 minutes to get as many as you can, or something like that.
I know what you mean, because there could be people who just straight up can't do it, and then it doesn't like completely ruin their workout. But that's also kind of why I don't like doing it that way. And you could just do a really it's a movement with a super easy standard. It's just lock out at the top to start and finish. It's not gimmicky at all, so you can do it for reps so easily and it makes such a cool workout with it. I wouldn't be surprised if they did it in the fight gone bad style, but I would hope that they don't. Like maybe it's like a descending rep scheme or something.
Pat Lange, BPC stands for big, PHAT, fat cock. So because I have a big fat cock, I got banned for 4 years.
Big pecker cock.
You got to go back and watch the beginning of the show. Also, I'm not appealing the decision. I did take TB and BPC 157 for my knee, and I'm not competing, so I don't care. The only thing I'm going to be bummed about is if they don't let me do the open. But also, I'll just do it in the affiliate and not sign up. Which was, before you say anything, the conversation I had with you, et cetera, and many people before I decided to try it was like, hey, I'm done competing. I want to be able to do the open, but also I'm not competing. So if this actually is going to help my knee, I want my knee to feel better.
Right.
I don't really care otherwise. So.
And Sevon says we aren't talking about sport or legal. We're talking about philosophy, language, semantics, and logic.
You just hurt Bryson's head.
If you post a video and make an advertisement of you shooting somebody in the head, then you could say that it's edited or whatever, but it's enough reason to take somebody.
Oh, dude, you think fucking Bradley Cooper gets a detective sent out to his house after every fucking new hit Hollywood movie gets released?
No, because what do you mean? Because he's shooting people in movies?
Yeah, what are you talking about, dude? He's shooting people on a TV screen. That's crazy. He should be arrested.
Okay, but that's
He's
what, and then he
murdering
can
someone.
say, hey, it's from a movie. It's not real. And
Yeah,
then
but you
give
know
that.
it doesn't happen. They don't send a detective out to his house because it's from a fucking movie, like you just said.
Yeah, but
You
that's
just argued your own point, or my
no.
point.
There's clearly a difference there between a movie and then an ad of you advertising CA or
What's the
Biomax
difference?
peptides.
It's marketing. There's no difference.
Okay, I think that they have every reason to provisionally ban you because of your ad.
And the cops have every reason to show up to fucking Bradley Cooper's house after the A-Team because he killed a bunch of people.
Okay, they have every reason then, but they don't. That doesn't mean that they don't have every reason.
They don't have every reason, just like CrossFit.
You just said they did.
Oh, Alec Baldwin would disagree. That's crazy. I would never get banned from Grindr, Yura. I'm like their highest paying customer.
Is there anything else about the front roll to support?
I guess, I don't know. Are you allowed to link reps? The standard is just you start an extension and finish an extension. What if your legs like hit the strap? I mean, I don't know. It just seems like a why. Why do it? Why do it, I guess, at that level? If it's not, if it has, I don't know necessarily that it being used at the games has to be a prerequisite for you using it in your competition. But there's a reason CrossFit hasn't done it at the games or semifinals or at a high level. I wonder why that is. I'm not going to pretend to be smart enough to come up with the reason why. But there are a lot of things that they don't do for, I'm sure, good reason that a local comp probably also shouldn't use.
So you don't like it?
I
feel like the standard's super easy. I don't think there is any.
I don't know how I feel about it. I have to see it happen. And the problem with that is if it's never been done in a competition before, it hasn't been done at a high level, how do you know you're not going to be the first one to do it and something crazy is not going to happen? It's going to fuck a bunch of people up. X amount of people are going to get hurt. There's going to be this uncommon movement clause that shows up and completely fucks the whole leaderboard. Doing things like that just opens you up for issues of that nature. You're the first to do it, so you're the first to make the mistake if it is a mistake.
Right.
So they're willing to make a mistake. I guess I don't dislike that.
Someone's got to do it for every new movement.
This is also an important note. Sevon says, then be clear. It is a speech law, not a drug policy. If they have no evidence that I took the drug, they're saying I can't say that. So just say I can't say that.
Well, I mean, I think it's relevant to mention that Rich said it on a podcast too, that he was doing it. So now he can't be Angelo's team's alternate. So whether or not he got an email, like, I don't know. But yeah, it's like, I do wonder if everyone gets the same treatment.
Oh, you don't think he got an email?
I don't know. Maybe. I don't know.
He definitely didn't get an email. Fucking Dave's mouth is so wide around Rich's cock. I can't even open my mouth that wide, dude. He didn't get a fucking email. There's no fucking way, dude.
I would also think that he didn't get an email, but I also think that just because someone's not squatting to depth and getting away with it doesn't mean that the person in the next lane should be able to not squat to depth and get away with it.
Hey, I'm not upset that I'm not upset.
Yeah. I'm not saying you are just because you don't think Rich did.
Well, and also too, I mean, he could have gotten the email and just been like, okay, cool. And just like you could have like said that too. So, and just been like,
but I also didn't say I was appealing it. And I want that to be clear. Nowhere in there did I say I was appealing it. I just find it interesting, not in the sense that I got the email from CrossFit, but in the sense that what made CrossFit decide to send that email to me. And I think there's probably a list of a handful of people we could safely assume sent CrossFit that clip or commercial of me.
Yeah. Why did they spend valuable resources sending someone to my gym to test me? Do you not think someone was like, hey, I think this guy's taking drugs, go test him? Do you think someone did that? Do you think someone did that to me?
Maybe. That happened to Joey Costi.
Oh yeah.
Remember?
And
that was a tip. That was a tip from somebody. Like they got a tip. So maybe they got a tip on you and it was just some little bitch ass motherfucker. But I'd bet Emily Kaplan, if I had an opinion or I had to make a guess, O'Keefe, Emily Kaplan, you know, Daniel Robbins, the usual suspects, clipping things. They got their scissors out, clipping things and sending it into the big dogs. Guess what? Joke's on you guys. I'm not competing, and my knee feels better. So,
are you guys? Do you like that people are trying to be creative and come up with new things more than someone just does a competition and says, "Hey, the movement is rings, hang to support. I don't care how you get there." So, what would you say if someone said, "Hey, this is the movement, hang to support"? So, if you want to butterfly them, cool. Just like if you want to butterfly your chest to bar pull-ups, you can. You don't have to kip. Would you be okay with it?
Sarah, don't say you didn't get an email because now you're gonna get one.
I would be okay with it if you say it that way. Like if you're like, hey, it's just hang to support.
So, hey, this is the movement. I don't care how you get there. You start with your arms locked and you end with your arms locked, and I don't care how you get there. And the people that have to do a traditional muscle up just go slower. Just like the people that have to do a traditional chest to bar kipping pull up go slower. Would you be okay with that?
Yeah.
Do you think we'll see that eventually? Because it's no different than people saying, "Well, yeah, butterfly's cool. That's fine."
I don't think it should replace a ring muscle up.
Mm-hmm.
But if someone wanted to do that specifically and was doing it on purpose to make it so anyone who has a higher level of skill on the rings and can do things in different ways to get them done faster, and that's what they're going for, I think it's fine. I mean, I don't know if I would. I don't think it's dumb, but I also don't think it's like a cool way to do something new.
Mm-hmm. You'd rather someone just try to be innovative and do something no one's ever done.
Yeah. But again, I don't think it's stupid at all. Like if someone did that, I wouldn't be like, oh, that's dumb. But again, I don't think it should replace a ring muscle up. Like it's not like, oh, every time we do muscle ups in CrossFit now, it should just be hang to support because fitness is just range of motion. Like Sevon says.
Did you guys see Tom Kingdon's post with using the obstacle? It was like a wall walk up the stair. Do you like that?
Bryson sent that to me. I part of it's cool and part of it I hate because
I don't really like it. I don't hate it though.
I don't like the bottom of the movement.
Right. I hate the bottom of the movement.
Yeah.
And this is why I don't hate it. I love the concentric. I think it's really cool, but I hate how you have to start and finish. So
I think what you said last week, if between the wall and the stairs there was a flat surface like a plyo box and you walked up normal forward, like regular, and then you had enough room to pirouette around and then do wall facing up there and then come back down, it could be a little bit more stomachable. Like if you had enough space to get up there, turn around, and then do 10 and then come back down. You couldn't do lanes
of that though, I don't think.
Yeah.
I wasn't even thinking wall facing. I was thinking you just walk up, do strict handstand push-ups, and then you've seen all the guys like Hatfield and stuff practicing going backwards down the obstacle anyway. You could just go backwards down the obstacle.
And you could, to your point, you would need room to dismount to the right or left, but you could just do something where it's like, hey, you have to do 50 strict for time, but just like when you do a wall complex, you have to start with a wall walk. Now you have to start with stairs. So you're doing 50 for time, but every time you break, you have to come back down and you have to start on the stairs again to get up there.
What if your set didn't count unless you walked back down backwards too?
That'd be tough. I do wonder if like I said, I think if this is the last year Dave programs, or if it's not the last year, or Boz has more say moving forward, or he doesn't. I wonder what kind of like gymnastic skills he would have pushed the boundaries on. But I think at this point, there's not going to be a whole lot. I think what we have is probably what we have.
Well, speaking of other gymnastic skills, do we want to watch the other video that I sent you guys?
Yeah, I didn't even know what you were talking about. The only thing I saw from that video by Andre Ganin was the virtual rower. I stopped watching at that point.
It shows a little bit too much of the virtual rower.
Okay. Yeah, show it because I didn't see what was after it.
I already played some of it so that we can get to the second part quicker.
I want to know how that thing works.
Okay, this guy gets
I see it in the background. It's basically trapeze bar, P-bar traverses on trapeze bars. Interesting.
Taylor, are you looking?
I hope they're just doing dips. They're not doing traverses, are
They
they?
do traverses.
Oh wow.
Where the fuck is this?
I have no idea. Augustus sent it to me.
I think. I mean.
Oh my god.
I think Andre Ganin is Russian. Maybe not.
I think they do a close-up shot here in a second.
Yeah. At that point, I think just regular P bars or rings are fine, because rings are doing the same thing that this accomplishes. So unless it's a standard issue. Wow.
Opie, stop.
Do you know what competition this is?
I have no idea. I can try to find out from the post.
But geesh, can't hide money.
What
Yeah,
the fuck?
And then
Those
look at these
those rowers can't be cheap.
And I was watching this part actually, and all the other guys are doing it like you would traditionally do, like in an actual kayak. But this guy gets off first, and he's basically like pointing his stick straight backwards and then just like slamming it back.
Which guy? The guy in the black shirt? That's how you
Yeah,
would
the
do
guy
it in
who
a
gets
boat
off
to go
first.
fastest.
No, he's getting his stick completely straight. If you had a paddle, that would just be cutting straight through the water.
Rewind it.
I don't know how to do that on.
You just
Apparently Logan sent it, not Augustus. Yeah, you can't rewind. I'll just restart it. I think the trapeze P bars that's getting into gimmicky, or just straight up gimmicky.
Yeah, I think that's stupid. One of the dumbest things I've ever seen. It's not gimmicky, it's just dangerous. What's
those?
the point of
I mean,
it?
I don't know the rig that is, but there are what looks like 4-6 sections. I bet those Rogue P bars would fit in that area. Almost every rig is 6 feet from the front upright to the back upright. So I think you could have just gotten those.
Yeah, I do think it is dangerous.
There's no point. It is just dangerous.
Yeah, that's crazy. I think we might, Zach from Big Orange Brawl might come on to talk about front roll support for a minute if you guys are cool with that.
Sure, whatever.
Yeah, I want to know what he thinks about this drug testing policy first.
You want his opinion about it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Send him a link.
All right, I just sent it over. What about the rowers?
The virtual rowers, I think those are stupid as fuck too.
Are those kayak ergs?
Those are so dumb. Welcome to the Rogue Paddle Erg. Paddle Erg. Oh, Concept 2 would make something like that for sure.
That seems like it would get twisted up.
I want to get one of
really
those strength ergs and see if I can get my mom and dad to use it.
Hey, they did a Juneteenth hero workout.
Oh yeah.
Concept
What was it?
2.
1900 meters or something?
Yeah, I hope Rogue makes a ski erg. Maybe I don't. Maybe I hope some third-party company like Zbex makes one.
Well, there is another company that makes one, right?
Torque makes a ski erg
yeah.
that mounts to the ceiling.
Yeah.
Interesting. Curtis just responded. Want to see it?
Sure.
I got to forward it from my other email to this email. One sec. He says a bad word in it.
Oh, wow.
Just
Would
kidding.
he want you to be showing
you,
it?
You idiot. So, wow.
Well, even if he doesn't say a bad word, would he want you to be showing it?
Yeah, it's nothing bad. He does a really good job of being incredibly cordial and void of any emotion. Share the screen, motherfucker. You ready? Can you see it?
Yeah.
Mr. Self. First off, I hate that, Curtis. You registered for and competed in the CrossFit Games Open this year, so you are required to comply with the drug testing policy. And at that time, I was complying with the drug testing policy. Openly admitting to using prohibited substances is a violation of the policy. Please advise if you intend to appeal by July 6th. I'm going to reply. Oh, I have to go to my other email to reply.
So basically just saying if you decide to compete in the first stage of the season, you are, when you register for the Open, I'm almost positive there's a check mark for adhering to the drug testing policy. Almost positive, isn't there?
Yeah.
There's like there's 2 boxes I think you check at the very end when you sign up.
But I did adhere to the drug testing policy throughout the Open.
Yeah, I think that it probably says, if you read it, that means for the entirety of the season that you're competing in.
So everyone in the world who signs up for the Open and competes in the Open then can't take any substance after they finish the Open.
Until the games.
Is that retarded? Hey, just let me, I'm going to ask that. I mean, first off, I'm going to ask.
Well, are they removing your Open score? Or are they just saying for next Open you can't?
Yeah, I think that's what they're saying. I don't think it has anything to do with what happened before the admittance of guilt or whatever.
Right. Yeah, what happened to the strength there? Because I feel like that was like, I was pretty excited for that, and then I haven't seen anything.
I want to say they had a booth at, what's the last really, really big competition?
NorCal.
Yeah,
but they didn't.
I want to say I want to say maybe they were at the French Throwdown, maybe, and that's where I saw it.
Oh,
like they had a little, like I think maybe at a local gym in France,
right.
They had like an open house type thing, and people came through and used it. Maybe not. Maybe it was like an expo or something that I saw.
Yeah,
but yeah, it was. I agree. I haven't. I mean, I check their site every now and then just to see if they're even for sale yet. I haven't even seen a price point on it. I imagine it's like $3,000.
Oh, really? You think it's way more than the other ones?
I think it's at least double. I would say it's at least 2,000.
That would probably be my guess. Taylor, did you look any more at that belt squat?
I don't know if I should do it. I don't want to talk about it on here either, because someone on here might live in Charlotte and are gonna go fucking steal it out from under my nose.
Okay.
Hey, Brent, I love you, dude. I'm not gonna peel it though, because I did take it for sure. But I just think it's absolutely tarded that someone can just send them a clip and then, I mean, at the end of the day, it's not. I took it and I'm not competing anymore, so it's all good. I'm just kind of trying to make a stinky.
I made a stinky.
Made a poopy stinky.
Mama, I made a stinky.
Are we waiting for this Zach guy?
I guess so, but
No. Tell Zach and come on next week.
Okay.
It's fucking over. It's 47 minutes. I gotta eat, dude. Unless you guys want to stay and talk to him.
No, I'm good with being done if we don't have anything else to talk about.
When is the competition?
In a month and a half, it looks like from that.
So
reel.
is this like the first thing he's announced?
They have announced an event.
Okay.
And they've also announced, or they've teased maybe, what's it called? Pylon, like handstand walking.
Yeah, get him to come on next week or something. Did Chase talk to you guys about next week doing like a
Hey,
combined
Magnus,
show?
you fucking idiot. It's my show. I get to do whatever the fuck I want. I can smoke crack for time if I want that to be the workout, you bald dumbass.
1-0, Magnus. It's not losers.
Yeah, you dumb fucking
Uh,
can't even speak English.
did Chase text you guys about doing like a combined show?
He don't speak
for,
very good
like,
English.
Like
He
a
don't
programming
speak
show
no English.
next week or no?
Yeah, yeah, he did. Sorry.
No fucking English.
This is their event 1. It's called Oppenheimer.
Mm.
It's not as bad as Burn Victim. But
That's worse.
Logan's comment.
That's fucking worse. I got the news all over that. It's not even funny. I hate that word. Calling it Oppenheimer is way worse than Burn Victim, you fucktard. That guy killed hundreds of thousands of people with a nuke.
So Big Orange Brawl hates Japanese people.
I hope you don't speak English if you're looking his workout. Holy shit, dude. God dang. Burn Victim is my favorite workout name of all time.
Yeah.
So Dick Butter. It is tarded. It's absolutely tarded. I could name easily 5 athletes off the top of my head that have said they've taken things that you for sure cannot take and are actively competing.
I understand why they do it when they write out workouts this way. Because Wilson was like, hey, we need to write it out. We don't need to write the little dashes. Do you guys ever write it like this and not just write 42-30-?
I write it like
18.
that
Yeah,
frequently.
we write it like this a lot.
Yeah.
You write it like this.
Yeah.
Yes, a lot.
Okay.
Hey,
Not
Kenneth.
always, but
Is it
a lot.
confusing? Is it confusing for a lot of people if you write it with the top 3 numbers, the movement, and then the bottom 3 numbers and the movement?
I think it can be.
Okay.
I think it kind of depends on what the numbers just look like when you write it out or not. If it's like a 10 down to 1 and then the other movement is double unders where it's like 100 down to 10, then it looks fine to do 110,
So if it's 50, 40, 30,
90,
20,
9.
10, you just would write it with the hyphens. But if it
Yes.
was something where all the numbers are not the mirror of the other, you would write it out with this. Okay.
Maybe that is the distinction. I don't know. I'm sure there's like a loophole to that, but
No, I
maybe
agree. I think for a competition, like, I don't know if you guys heard Lydia say it or not, but I like pushed back on Wilson and was like, no, I like the way it looks with the GHD and then 30-foot handstand walk and then box jump over and then 30-foot handstand walk. It basically tells them that they're walking there and back. He was like, okay, we'll do it that way. And Lydia practiced it every time incorrectly. So she didn't do it. She didn't do it right until she came to the competition because of the way I wrote it. So 150-pound feed bags, or you think it's big sandbags?
What was it?
It shows
Was there
feedback
a
in the
video of
video.
him doing it?
Shows
Yeah,
feedback.
it had feedback in the video.
Oh,
I don't. This is a good question. What builds more muscle, running or rowing? Sprinting, or row sprinting? Like I would have to think if we're talking about building muscle in the form of running, you want to be sprinting.
yeah.
Maybe just because you can get more resistance on the rower, but I don't know. I agree with you though. I think if you want to get stronger muscles and you sprint, I would say you probably build them easier than if you sprint on the rower. There's something about loading those muscles with the entirety of your body weight and not having some of it distributed along a seat. How heavy was that feedback that you used out in? Was it Utah?
150?
Bryce?
Yeah, it was 150. I was gonna say I've never seen it besides then. So if they use feedbacks here,
Oh shit!
What was the name of that competition out there?
Summit Games.
Damn, I fucked up. Sorry. You're gonna have to. Whoops.
What?
I was just on the wrong fucking overlay the whole show because of my bit. Running, sprinting is amazing.
Yeah, that was the only time I've ever seen a 150-pound feed bag like that. So that would be cool if they do it, if they have 150-pound feed bags at Big Orange. Everyone who, all the Sentinel athletes are going to have a huge advantage in that workout then. Because we know something you don't about how to clean those.
A lot of people sign up for it that do Sentinel.
Yeah, actually we do. We had a big crowd of Sentinel people do it last year. And again, this year, I think there's like a Sentinel house that they all got.
Is it like at a convention center, Coliseum, or is it like at a gym, the Big Orange Brawl?
Ooh, I don't know. I think a convention center. But maybe we'll find out next week with Zach is his name, I think. Okay, very good.
All right, we're out.
I think so.
All right, deuces.